Hello.
Hello. How's it going, man?
Chillin'. How about you?
Good, good. I watch your YouTube videos, by the way. I love them.
Hey, hell yeah, dude. Let's go.
This is pretty sick.
Yo, this was so cool getting paired up against my friend Robin over here. Absolutely love it. Robin, if you're listening to me, I appreciate you watching the videos. I appreciate you being a part of this community. I am always so happy and so stoked whenever I get to play games against anybody that has been supporting me throughout this past year, just enjoying the game, learning a lot, and having a lot of fun. So this was one of the coolest matchups of the day for me, just going into this online matchup and having a great time. And I mean, I'm not even gonna lie, I think there was only one matchup that wasn't very cool. Like I would say everybody was super nice and incredible. But oh, by the way, we are hopping into game 3 here, okay, against Katakuri. I do skip game 2 simply because I'm not gonna lie, it's not a very entertaining watch. No dig at my opponent there. Unfortunately, he got really unlucky. He was playing purple Kaido, started at Kaido, and literally drew into 10 2k counters and could not play any cards for like the first 3 or 4 turns of the game. And by the time he got to 10 Dawn to be able to play a 10 cost what was it, a 10 cost Kaido, I had played multiple Sabos to protect all the cards on board, so he literally could not do anything. It was a very unfortunate game. I think I had him down to 0 life at one point while I had 4. Yeah, it was just it wasn't much of a match. He got really unlucky with the card draw. I think the shuffle was not with him that day. But going into this game, this was our first of 5 Katakuri games in a row, and I'm not going to bore you guys with 5 Katakuri uploads. I do want to do about 3 of them, though, because I think that this matchup was very good, and then there were 2 matchups that were really good learning experiences. They had some moments in there that, you know, you really just got to think about multiple turns ahead and foresight, and I just... I had some moments where I did really exceptionally well, and then I had moments where I missed certain things, and I think that those matchups will be really good. But this was not one of them that I won the dice roll. I literally lost every single dice roll to a Katakuri player except for one, and it felt bad. I did not get to go second 4 times in that matchup. So very tough. But we do play Bartolomeo on turn 1. He does attach 1, swing 7, takes a look at the life, just deciding whether he wants to leave that up top or not, and does decide to leave it up top. I will go ahead and take the life, though. No trigger activated, and then 3 for the Parosparrow. Pretty optimal start for Katakuri here. Parosparrow getting down always is just a nuisance. It's annoying, don't want to deal with it, but if we do have Garp in hand, I could swing 5, but it doesn't seem like we do. We'll just swing 6 at life, and then probably play like a Kuzan or something. He does counter out for 2k using a Monde, and we'll just get Kuzan down, though, to get ourselves a nice little card draw. Call it a day. But him going up to 6 here could be 6 cost Parosparrow. Could attach 1 to lead and get Randolph down. I would hope for Randolph here all day because it makes me being able to play Sakazuki feel a lot better, but just kind of depends. And I'm thinking of whether I want to take this life when he swings, because he's inevitably going to swing 5 with Katakuri or Parosparrow, and then I know that he might attach 1 and swing 7 with Katakuri. So he does choose to go 7 here. I will just go ahead and take this, though. Actually, no, he asks to look at it first. I show him it's a Kobe. We put it to the bottom. And I do choose to take, if I'm not mistaken. And I can't remember if this was the game we got lucky. Oh, it was. All right, so this is the game we got kind of lucky. He moved the life for us, and we got Shockwave, which KOs the Parosparrow. So now I don't have to invest too much into that, and I can get a little aggressive on life, having board control. So... it was funny. We were laughing about it. I was like, dude, thanks for moving my life for me. You're a nice guy. Oh, it was good. It was good. And I think he searches out like a brulee. Yeah, brulee here. And yeah, that was funny though. I was like, dude, what a homie. You know what I mean? Just moves the life for me so that I can get that trigger and get that Parasparrow out of the board, you know? And he'll go ahead and rest 4 though, playing Cracker, and passes it over. So now I just feel extremely good if we have Sakazuki in hand. You know, we can just go ahead and use Sakazuki and feel super nice. And yeah, Sakazuki, maybe like swing Kuzan. And oh yeah, I actually looked at my Dawn and I was like, wait a minute, did I pull more than 2? And then I was like, no, I should be at 7. I'm good. But Sakazuki into Cracker, swinging Kuzan, swinging lead, 5-6, get aggressive. Bartolomeo's there to take care of the block when the swing comes through with lead the following turn. He also could play Katakuri the following turn to get rid of either Sakazuki or Kuzan. But yeah, I'll just go 5 to life, lowering down that Cracker to 0. And then seeing what he'll do, hopefully just getting some cards from hand. But he does take life, which I'm actually okay with as well. I'll go ahead and swing 6 as well. I want to see if he does end up getting any other triggers so that there might be potentially a different choice that we go for with Sakazuki. But since we don't see one, just get rid of that. I do choose to pitch a Borsalino, which isn't always, you know, isn't always the greatest feeling in this matchup. Really like to have those blockers, but I think that we had plans for the following turns. We had 10 cost Kuzans and some other ideas in there. So, yeah, this turn might be like 8 cost Katakuri, 7 cost Mom. And if he plays any of the low end cards, I'm even happier. The higher end cards are, you know, a little bit annoying, but not too bad if we have that 4 cost Kuzan on board. But we'll see 5. I would imagine this is going into the rested Kuzan. Yep. And we will just counter out of it with Tashigi. And now he is just going to rest the 8, though, and play Katakuri. I would imagine this is, yep, going to be 4 cost Kuzan. Yep. Just a really annoying card for him in this matchup. So I don't blame him whatsoever. Now we get to go up to 9 Dawn here. Doesn't really do as much favors being at 9. Would have loved to be at 10 right here. But I can get aggressive. I can get very aggressive. I can go pretty heavy with the swings. But I do decide to play the E-Show on curve. I want to see if we can get, well, almost on curve, you know, leaving 1 Dawn remaining. And I choose 2 cards out of his hand. I'm hoping to pick off like the 10 cost Mom. But we do end up getting a Sanji blocker and a Brulee. So I'm not mad about that either. It's like just getting some of the blockers out of the way is, you know, pretty helpful for the end game. And now I can swing 6 and I can swing 7. We might have got all the counter power out of his hand actually, so it does feel pretty good about that. 7 into life. Will he take? Will he counter? If he counters, he's going down to like 3 cards in hand or maybe 4. So I feel like we've presented ourselves to be in a good spot. And he does counter out though with Parasparrow and Strusen right there, going up to 8. Yeah, but having him at 2 life at this stage of the game, not bad. Not bad. 10 cost Mom here obviously goes pretty hard, levels out the life difference, and it does put on some pressure just having a card like that on board. I think we have about 4 in hand. He's considering whether he wants to go life or Sakazuki. I think he goes life here. I choose to block. Might have been at Sakazuki. I honestly don't know, but I guess I just choose to block. And then the 5 at life. So definitely telling me like, okay, 10 Mom's coming down. 10 Mom is coming down. I counter out with Sabo here. Another blocker, which is pretty surprising, honestly. But 10 cost does get rid of my Meteor Volcano. Puts him up to 3 life. And I don't see us being able to remove the 10 Mom this turn, but I don't think that it's really I don't really think that it's relevant. Yeah, I think that we kind of want to yeah, kind of just want to go for life, get him down within KO range, because he's not going to be able to KO me the following turn. And then I also want to play blockers, but see, that's why I was kind of surprised that I did trash the Borsalino. Well, the Borsalino was a lot earlier, but the Sabo on that turn. Still kind of interesting. I go 7 here. He does counter out for a 2k and a 1k, leaving, I believe, 2 cards in hand. So 7 with Isho. He does choose to take. No trigger, which is great. Great for me. I'm happy about that. And I'll go 9 to life. He does get a Brûlé blocker. Not the worst thing in the world, simply because I just have to, I basically just have to use leader ability the following turn. But Sabo stops everything from being KO'd. We play Bartolomeo and Sabo. Maybe that's why we trashed it, just because we had enough blockers in hand. Didn't really feel like I needed any more. I go ahead and get rid of the Kuzan and the Shanks, though. It always kind of sucks to get rid of Shanks in this matchup, but I don't have a 10 cost yet, and with having Isho, I can only get rid of a lot of like the 3 costs and 4 costs, and I think that the following turn with him being at 1 life, we're going for game regardless, and he's gonna have to go for my big bodies on the board. But with Sabo and Bartolomeo, I should be able to protect them pretty easily. And if he wants to 10 mom, go back up to 2 life, that means that realistically the only swing I need to be super worried about is the 10 cost mom. Yeah, so he does choose to play that, gets a Sabo off of me there, and now probably see like 5k. Yeah, 5k at life. I'm thinking of whether I want to rest the Sabo or not, but I do just choose to take it. It's not really worth it because I'm expecting to see like an 8 at Sakazuki, and then probably like a 12 coming at Isho or something. Oh, but he goes at life. Yeah, I'm just gonna take this because we got the blockers. We're looking solid. I'll just block with Bartolomeo. He'll pass it over, and now we've got some solid options here. We got some solid options. 2 cards is pretty scary though for him to have in life. Could be Beji, could be Sanji, could be another Brûlé, could be a Thunderbolt, right? I know that I do want to try and swing with lead first, but if he does get Thunderbolt, then the Sabo becomes null and void, which isn't very helpful for me. And so I'm just trying to think about the math in my head with him having 3 cards in hand. Didn't seem like he was countering out a lot in the previous turns. It feels like we can probably just go for it here, but I just want to see, take the time. You know, we have plenty of time left in this match. I'm like, do I go for, you know, certain levels of swings here? Should I swing with Sabo first or Rob Lucci? Yeah, I kind of want to swing with Rob Lucci because as soon as he blocks with Brûlé, that's when I want to reactivate Lucci. But if I swing with Sabo and he blocks with Brûlé, then it does stop that from being a reality. So I can't really afford to risk that. So I just go 7 with Lucci, or yeah, 7 with Lucci here, imagining that he'll probably take the first life. Does look like it's potentially a trigger, decides not to. Thought about it for a second, and now I can go 7 with Sabo. And if this gets countered out, that's perfectly fine. That means that we should have game no matter what. But he does choose to take the life, gets another Brûlé. So we have 3 swings left. We should just be able to go for game. Now, the tough part is like doing the math. He's got, I believe, 4 cards in hand. I'm like, okay, there is a world where he just wins here. Yeah, there is a very, very weird world. So it's I don't know. I'm a little nervous at this point. I'm like, man, he could really just have all that counter in hand. And so I will go 9 with Isho first, just to get the leader activated and save some of the Dawn. I will pitch 2 cards. I pitch a Garp, and it looks like it was a 4-cost Kuzan. But yeah, now I should be able to just go like 10 and 11, I believe. So I just go 10 and 11 with Rob Lucci, and yeah, I just have to hope that he doesn't have like 3 2K counters in hand. It's always a kind of like a nerve-wracking at the end of the game with yellow, because I'm like, oh my god, is their hand full of bricks or is it not? And I choose to go 9. Little greedy. So he does block, and then I'll just attach the rest to Lucci and go, I think, like 12? Yeah. But he only had the 1 2K counter with the Beji. Phenomenal match against my man here. Super fun. This guy was like this is exactly the kind of game that I always hope for. It's just a lot of fun, you know, different moments in there that can be, you know, challenging to process, but just having a good time while we're at it. And yeah, I think it was a good time. But as you can see, we had Bartolomeo and oh my god, why am I forgetting his name? Borsellino in hand, so we could have potentially went on the defensive end that game. So maybe swinging with Sabo could have, I guess it would have been irrelevant either way because he had enough swings to get through the following turn. Yeah, so I definitely had to go for game that turn. But fun game as always, and let me know your thoughts, guys. I will see you in the next one. Peace.